Oh, isn't it good? Oh, they do? I want you to come closer. Closer. Okay. So you play it outside? Yeah. This is okay, so we're going to have a double school. You know double schools? What is double school? What is it? Like you go to school, right? Here you go to school. So double school is normally at the temple. Double school is at the temple. You go to temple to learn, to study Buddhism, this teaching. Okay? Dhamma school is in temple. Just like you go to school, you go to temple to study Buddhism, about the teachings, right? That's called Dhamma school. So today we are going to have a small number class here, right? To practice some chantings and to study some teachings of the Buddha, right? So we will start that by offering these puja items to the Buddha. So there are things we do when we go to temple. Have you been to temples before? Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else? Yes. Yes. Coming to? Okay. So you remember, right? You remember going to temple. So what would you see when you go to a temple? It's like a whole pagoda. It's a huge structure like a pyramid, you know. In some temples, almost in every temple, there is a special structure called, it's a shrine actually. It is called pagoda. Called the Chaitya, Vihara, there are many different names, right? So it's one of the shrines that we pay respect to the name of the Buddha. What else we see? Yeah, the statue, right? It's a very common thing to see a statue. So in many temples, there are very huge Buddha statues, very big. And there are some small statues. So the Buddha statue, right? We pay respect to the Buddha statue, right? We worship the Buddha statue. And what else did you see? The temple. The Buddha, Buddha statue, and
sleeping or doing like sometimes you see the Buddha doing chanting.
Like in statues, you mean with different postures, right?
Yes.
Yeah, with different signs, different postures, you can see different statues. Yeah. And what else you see in a temple? Yeah, Bodhi tree, right? Boga. What is the Bodhi tree actually? Why is it in the temple? So you have to remember all these things, okay? What we talked now. Why there is a Bodhi tree in the temple? What is the significance?
It's where he slept one time in that tree.
Any idea? Any other idea? Yes, he meditated and Bodhi tree. Yes. Actually, we respect Bodhi tree because Buddha became enlightened sitting under that tree. Okay. Actually, the name of that tree is not the Bodhi tree. Because of Buddha attained the enlightenment, his wisdom, is called the Bodhi. So therefore, that tree was known as the tree of enlightenment. Because Buddha became enlightened, became Buddha sitting under that Bodhi tree, meditating, while he was meditating on that tree. It happened. So therefore, we respect the Bodhi tree in the name of the Buddha. Okay. This kind of different shrines we used to remember the Buddha. That's the idea of the shrines. The word shrine means things we used to respect the Buddha instead of the Buddha. We venerate these objects, these physical objects. Right? The pagoda is one of them. So, what is the significance of the pagoda? What is inside? What is?
Like painting statues of
Some sacred things inside. They enshrine, they keep inside the pagoda, these huge structures. Just like in the pyramids, they kept very valuable things, right? Sometimes they kept lungs too, right? With different purposes, and they kept very valuable things too, very precious things. So in this pagoda also, there are especially the relics of the Buddha. What are the relics?
the Buddha's
Three gems. Three gems. The triple gems.
Triple gem. Yes, we will come to that.
Okay, that's
okay. The relics are actually the pieces of bones. All the bones, actually. All the relics. The teeth, one of them, right? Like in Kandy. Nalanda Maliga, the temple of truth. In Kandy, one of the Buddha's teeth is there. People go there and respect in the name of the Buddha. So in the pagodas there are many relics of the Buddha, and even different objects that Buddha used. His bowl, he used to eat out of, and his robes, whatever he used as sacred things, they kept inside the pagoda. And they made those huge structures as shrines to venerate, respect. So, so we know the pagoda, the idea of the pagoda, idea of the Bodhi tree, idea of the Buddha statue, of course. Buddha statue is just to remember the Buddha, his figure, right? Just like the human being, human figure. We used these three shrines, these three objects, the Buddha statue, pagoda, and Bodhi tree, to remember the Buddha, right? To remember the Buddha, and to remember his qualities, his enlightenment, his great compassion, wisdom, all these good qualities we remember when we go to these shrines, when we worship them. Okay? Otherwise, we are not just respecting this, just a tree, you know, just a huge structure, just a statue, but by the time we respect, pay our respect to these objects, just like what we are going to do here. We have a Buddha statue here, right? We see a Buddha statue. When we offer these things, we think of the Buddha. We think of the Buddha's enlightenment, how compassionate he was, his great wisdom. He understood the reality of this life, the world, and the universe, and he realized the way to end all suffering and negativities in our life that human beings are going to in many different negativities, right? Suffering, problems in life. So Buddha found a way to end all this suffering. You know, that is what we think of the Buddha when we pay respect to these different shrines. We think of the Buddha and his great qualities. So then, now we know why we pay our respect to these shrines, right? Why do we do that? Why do we pay respect to the shrines? To remember the Buddha, right? Pay respect to the Buddha. So that is the idea. Okay? And what kind of things we offer to the Buddha? Yes. Food, water, yes. Light, of course, we light candles or oil lamps, right? Yes. Flowers. What else? What else you can offer?
Smell.
What do you call that? It's there. It's called incense, right? Incense we call sun, right? Incense. Flowers, and typically we can offer anything to the Buddha, whatever we use, right? Whatever we use for our life, people offer all these things to the Buddha, like rocks, like these things, food, and even a temple. When you build a big house like a temple, and you offer that, so people gain much merits. Benefits, blessings by offering these different things to the Buddha. It's a great merit. So we offer these different things. And another thing is to know when we offer these different items, they have a meaning too. We have to remember. Okay? We offer the light to the Buddha. Buddha doesn't need the light now, right? He's not alive now. He's dead and gone. He's no longer alive. Right? So he doesn't need light, candle. Why do we offer all these things to him?
To remember him.
To remember him, and respect, right? And also we gain much merits, good blessings when we offer these things to the Buddha. And the other aspect there is when we offer these different items, it is become a kind of meditation. How does that happen? Like when we offer the light, the candles to the Buddha, there are special stanzas, gatha, right? Different verses to recite when we offer these things. They have a very special meaning. They are not in English when we chant, they are in Pali, the Buddhist language. But they have a very interesting meaning to them. Okay? Like when we offer the light, the candles to the Buddha, it simply means I offer this light to the Buddha who dispelled the darkness of ignorance and suffering from our life. and he gave the light of wisdom to the world. Understand the purity of mind. This kind of Dhamma he gave to the world as a light, right? So we remember that quality of the Buddha. So in the same way, I am also going to light the wisdom, in my heart, in my mind, following the Buddha's teachings. I am also going to cultivate the wisdom, the good understanding, good behavior, good qualities in my life, and to dispel the darkness, the ignorance from my life, and to light my own wisdom. So that is the idea of offering the light. So it is not just offering it, right? We think of something important about our life, that we are supposed to dispel the darkness of ignorance, misbehavior, bad attitudes, negative thoughts and emotions, and bring the light, the good qualities into my life, right? To illuminate my life with good qualities. That is the meaning of offering light. So when you offer the light to the Buddha, you should have that thought, that understanding, that thinking in your mind. Okay. When we offer flowers to the Buddha, these things are what we offer to the Buddha. All these things are so precious things in the world, right? In the nature, the most beautiful thing that we all love flowers. So sweet smell, right? So precious things that we offer, even the light, the pure water, the incense, these are very precious, good, sweet things. So we offer them to the Buddha. So when we offer the flowers to the Buddha, we think that I offer all these beautiful, fragrant flowers to the Buddha as a way of respect to him. And I understand how these beautiful flowers will become withered in a short while, right? They are not going to be the same in a short while, right? They are not going to give you the sweet smell, the color, right? They fade away. So that is the nature of all the conditions in the world, that everything is subject to change. The reality, the truth of impermanence. So in the same way, my life also subject to change. I'm also going to die one day, right? You never know. It is the truth. It's going to happen to us anyway. So to think about that impermanence as a very important teachings of the Buddha, that we have to know that everything is changed. Never nothing is staying the same, right? Even though you like it, you love it, you want to enjoy things, everything is changing, right? Just like your parents, like they were just like you before, right? They were very small and playing and having fun like you, but they grew up, right? They became big people, and now maybe they are getting old, right? So that is the impermanence we call. Nothing is stay the same. Everything is changed. Physical things, non-physical, mental things, everything is changing. That is the universal law that Buddha taught. So when we offer flowers, in a way we pay respect to the Buddha by offering these flowers. At the same time, I contemplate them, I think of the impermanence. Just like these flowers, my life also going to change. Okay? And when we offer incense to the Buddha, it is the sweet smell, right? We all like it. We enjoy that. Just like that, I offer this incense to the Buddha as a way of respect. In the same way, I am also going to cultivate good qualities in my life. In that way, I will be a very pleasant, very good, nice person to all in this world, right? Just like flowers, to its sweet smell, and nectar. The bees and other birds will get attracted to that flower, right? Just like that. If you don't have good qualities in your life, if you are not behaving very well, if you are a very angry person always, if you are having a bad attitude, if you speak bad words always, no one will like you, right? So good people will always like you. Many friends will like you if you have good qualities, positive qualities. If you are really smart in studies, if you really well in all your responsibilities, right? And if you really speak really nice words, good words, sweet words always, you have a very good behavior. If you are very well disciplined, all will like you. All people, your parents, your friends, your teachers, all will like you. They want to come and talk to you, associate with you, play with you. Right? That is how other people become attracted to you. You know? And you become attracted to them. Okay? Because they like you when you have good qualities. So it is just like this fragrance, this incense. So I promise in front of the Buddha to cultivate these positive good qualities as a spiritual qualities to become a beautiful, important human being in this world, just like a fragrant, sweet flower. Okay, so that is the idea. When we offer the pure water to the Buddha, it is also very important. Pure water is very precious, very important thing in the world. So people consider the pure water to be very precious. So we offer that to the Buddha as a way of paying our respect. And, can you get one of the uncles? Can you get a call to someone? Yeah. And when we offer the pure water to the Buddha, just like that, we keep in our mind to purify my mind, just like the pure water from bad thoughts, negative thoughts, bad emotions, to be free from bad behavior, like that. Okay? So just like the pure water. So there are very important meanings when we offer these things to people. Okay, so now we know why we offer these things to the Buddha, the meaning of these things, right? It is not just offering to the Buddha, but as a meditation, that way, when we think of the meaning, right? Why we offer and what we are supposed to cultivate in our life, in our minds, right? So that is the simple meaning. In a way, we pay respect to the Buddha by offering these things, and we learn the lesson. We keep a good message for us, right? Kind of meditation, it becomes. So that is the meaning of offering these things. And we call the triple gem. What are the triple gems?
Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha.
Very good. Excellent. Okay. Triple gems are called the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Right? The triple gem. Why do we call them the gems?
They're precious.
Yeah, they're so precious, very valuable, right? Very rare. That's why they are so precious, very valuable in the world. So we give these names, these terms to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha because they are so precious for us, so important, so spiritual for us. So the first gem is the Buddha, the Lord Buddha. As Buddhists, we learn about the Buddha, what kind of person he was. So Buddha is the founder of these teachings, right? The Buddhism. And unlike many other religions, Buddha was not a god, right? In all other religions, the founders or the ones who started that religion, whatever, they were the messengers of the God. Okay? In Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, in all these religions, they consider the God as their main figure that they pay respect, and they believe that the God created everything, including our life and everything, right? But in our practice, in Buddha's teachings, our attitude is different, our understanding is different. Why? Buddha was not a God, right? He was a human being just like us. He was born to a king and a queen, right? King and queen. Prince Siddhartha, we call him. He was born in India. And his father was King Suddhodana. Mother was Queen Mahamaya. So he was a little prince and he grew up as a prince in the palace. So he was a human being. He was not a god. Right? And he was not even a messenger from Supreme God or from somewhere. And Buddha explained that no one created this world, the universe and our life, but everything happens because of the conditions, different reasons. It is very interesting to understand what Buddha explained. Everything happens in the world because of the necessary conditions. For an instance, people thought the raining as a god early days before, right? The raining is the god, done by the gods, okay? But now, when people became very smart, well educated, with the knowledge of science, they understood how rain happens. Do you know how rain happens? How? Okay, step by step, right? Okay, first one. How? Okay.
The water vibrates from the ocean to the air.
To the air. Okay. Next. Then
Then it forms into it forms into a cloud.
clouds. Yes.
And then the clouds, when it's all full, it rains.
Is that right? That's how it happens, right? The rain circle. It's a circle, right? We see that. Yes.
It's called a cycle.
It's also called a cycle.
Yes. Yeah. So, because of many conditions, rain happens, right? Especially, mainly having the sun as the source of power, energy, right? Because when people did not have that knowledge, that understanding, they thought, oh, the gods are pouring the water from heaven. It's not the way, right? So this is what Buddha explained also. Things happen because of these conditions, changing conditions in the world, in the universe, in our life, everything. Instead of someone creating our life, Buddha said, your mother and father is your creator. Isn't that right? Oh, that's right. So people in all other religions, they respect the God for creating all these things, the nature, the sun, the moon, the water, our life and everything. They respect the God. They worship the God. They pray for God. So Buddha says, no one else created your life. Your mother and father gave you this life. And not only your life, they give you everything, right? From the beginning, everything. They feed you, they teach you everything, how to walk, how to talk, how to behave in this world, how to do things. So they are always with you, giving you all the support. So therefore, not the God, but the parents you should respect every time, every day, every single moment, right? You should keep that in mind. So that's what Buddha said. So therefore, parents are so precious for us. In our life, they are so important. Therefore, Buddha said, consider your parents as a Buddha, living Buddha at home. Oh, see? He never said like that to anyone else, just for the parents. He compared himself to parents. Because of that quality, giving you this precious life, this important human life, and giving you everything, good education, energy and everything. So therefore, they are just like living Buddhas for you at home. Therefore, you should never hurt their feelings. You should never disrespect them, disobey them. You should never get angry for them. They should never. You should never talk to them with bad words. You always should talk to them nicely, respect them, take care of them. Do everything for them because they have done everything for you. Therefore, it's our responsibility as children. So Buddha said that. So Buddha is so special. Therefore, comparing with many religions, he was not a god, and he taught many important things to our life, to make our life very meaningful, very beneficial to ourselves and all living beings, the entire world, in his teachings. So Buddha is so special, therefore. And Buddha is so special because of another reason, because he said that you are responsible for your suffering and happiness. In many other religions, God has the power to do that. Because of the God's wish, you go through all these life events, suffering, happiness, all these gains and pain and everything. It's the God wish. You can't do anything. But Buddha said, it is not like that. You are responsible for that. What's the meaning of that point actually? It is very simple, to understand. Like if you study very well, if you do your homework, you will pass the test, right? Anyone else is doing that for you? No, it's all your energy, right? All your responsibility. Others can be helpful for that, right? Your teachers, your parents, your friends, but you have to do it. Otherwise, you won't pass the test, right? You won't get good grades. Therefore, it's your responsibility. You are responsible for that, for everything that happens in your life, for the suffering. Like when you get angry, right? When you get angry, you feel comfortable? What do you think? How do you feel?
Like kind of stressed.
Yeah.
And
Not very happy.
No, not happy, right? Even your physical body become very tense, right? And your heartbeat becomes very fast, right? you start breathing very quickly. So these are the signs of being uncomfortable, right? Not peaceful. This is the restlessness, the tension, and all these negative conditions are created. So how did that happen? Because of what? The angry mind, the emotion of anger, right? So who is doing that for you? You are doing that for you, right? No one else. Yes. Can anyone else make you angry?
No.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
No. No.
Why not? Why not? That's a good question actually, good point. Think about it. Why do you say that no one can make you angry? Because no, it is. It is just like that, it is true. No one can make you angry unless you want to get angry. Right? It's your choice. What do you think?
Like, they can make you angry, but it's mostly you because
You,
you're the
yes.
one who, like,
React to it,
chooses
right?
to
Choose, yes, that's your choice. That's why I said it is your choice to get angry or not, right? Yeah, that's why we say no one can make you angry unless you want to get angry, right? And get irritated. That's why we say you are doing that for you. No, everything is just like that. Everything is just like that. Right? For me, we are responsible. My happiness. I am responsible, If I develop good qualities, if I behave very well, if I am smart, if I have very good understanding, always I will be happy, I will not get into accidents because of being mindful, doing things properly, and doing things on time. And because of these things, we will be very happy. So I am responsible for that, right? No one else is doing that. This is what Buddha taught. But many other religions say it is the God's wish. See? So that theory is not, that idea is not really very attractive today. Even then, these Christian people or even these religious people also are not going to accept that anymore. Because it is evident, right? You can see that how things happen. Not just because of someone's desire or wish, things happen in the world or in our life. It is our choice, as we explained, right? So this is what Buddha taught. So it's a very special teaching there. Yes.
Well, I don't get why they think God does it, because why does God wish that you do something bad? Like, you get something bad, you're good.
Yeah. So that theory is well understood today. Even these American people, they think about the karma. We call it the karma, right? If you do something good, you will get a good result. If you do something bad, it will come back to you as a bad result. So even these people understand now. It's a very universal thing, right? Everything's happening in that way. For everything, all actions, there's a reaction, opposite reaction. So they come back to us. Yes.
Okay, do you believe in the Big Bang Theory, or do you believe that God created this universe?
No, we don't believe that anyone created this.
So do you believe in the Big Bang Theory?
Not even the Big Bang.
So who do you think made
So
this
that is,
universe?
that's what I explained. Because of what is the concept of the Big Bang theory? It is just a theory, right? It is just a concept. They don't know still exactly how it happened, but they assume that. They think that according to evidence, facts, that they can understand it is just a theory, right? So this is how Buddha explained everything happens because of these necessary conditions in the universe too, in our life as well, in the world. So this is how Buddha explained things. Okay. So in that way, we have to understand what kind of person this Buddha was. You know, it is so special because we consider Buddha as our master, our teacher, the great spiritual leader. So we need to understand why he is so special. Because of these things, he is special. The Buddha. Mainly, he realized the way. He understood the way to end all the suffering, these practical problems in human life. Therefore, he is considered as a Buddha. Buddha means the fully awakened one, which means he purified his mind up to the highest level through the meditation practice. You know, letting go all the negative thoughts, evil thoughts from his mind. He purified his mind completely and ended all the suffering because of that. That's how he became Buddha. Okay? And that is the first gem, the Buddha. Okay? The second gem is the Dhamma. Dhamma, what is the Dhamma? Dhamma means what?
The teachings of
The teachings of the Buddha, what he taught to the world. So first he realized what is the truth, right? What is the reality in this life and the world. Then he revealed that to the world, right? That is what we call the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha. Okay? So what comes in the Dhamma? What kind of things you can find in the teachings? Any idea? What kind of education? What kind of things you learn from it?
Reading a book. Mostly about the Buddha.
The Dhamma we learn about Buddha, of course, Buddha's qualities, right? So Dhamma contains actually several things. Mainly the guidelines. How to be successful in this life? How to be a perfect human being in this life? You know? Because all the Buddha's teachings contain three things, three main things. First thing is to avoid all bad, all evil, all unwholesome deeds in life. Okay, the first thing comes in the Dhamma. Avoiding of all the evils. The second thing, cultivation of good. It's not enough to let go of the evils, but we are supposed to cultivate the good qualities too. Right? Good qualities. What are the good qualities? Like what?
Help anyone else.
Yes, helping others, right? Not only human beings, animals and all living beings, yes.
Respect your parents.
Yes, respecting, right? Respecting to others in all possible ways, right? Respect others, yes. Assisting, supporting, yes, helping, and to cultivate loving kindness and compassion in one's life. And to share what we call the generosity, to share things with others, you know, to cultivate the generosity in one's life. And the humbleness as a good quality, you know, and also the patience, and the wisdom, the right understanding. So these kind of spiritual qualities, good qualities that we have to cultivate, right? Like the right effort. We have to cultivate good effort. So these are the good qualities that we are supposed to cultivate in our life. So avoiding bad and cultivating good. And thirdly, purifying our own mind. You get that? To purify our own mind. From what we have to purify our mind? Bad thoughts. And what else? Anything else? Those are bad thoughts, yes. Yes, negative thoughts, right? Negative emotions, these things are mental, right? That happen in our mind. So to purify our mind from these negative things, bad things, evils, and to gain the wisdom, to understand the reality of our life and world. These are the teachings of the Buddha. You have to remember that. Okay? What are the three things that come in the Dhamma mainly? First thing, huh? Yeah, not to commit any evils. And second,
Gain wisdom.
sir,
To gain wisdom.
to cultivate the good. Yes, including that. To cultivate all the good qualities in one's life. And third, what? To meditating, what do you do? Yes?
Close your eyes
Yeah, what is the purpose of doing that? To purify the mind, to make your mind peaceful, right? So that's the important thing. But to purify one's own mind is very important. These are the three things of the teachings of the Buddha, right? You can simply say that if anyone asks what did Buddha teach, so you can say that, you know, to avoid all evil, to cultivate good and purify one's own mind. So these are the three things. As the Dhamma, that is what Buddha taught. And it includes many different things. It includes about almost everything. The things about our life, the world, the universe. Even Buddha spoke about all these things. Because many people came to him with so many questions, even gods. Divine beings came to the Buddha with many questions. So Buddha answered, explained to them all these questions, and he made all them clear. Okay? So everything about our life, the world, and the universe, and everything about the Nibbana, right? This path, this is spiritual training, and the final goal, what we call the Nibbana. So what is Nibbana? Have you heard that word before? No. Have you heard the word enlightenment? Nibbana. Okay, remember that word. Nibbana, you can simply say that in English, enlightenment. Okay, that is the final goal of Buddhist practice. What it simply means. You can easily remember that like this. The Nibbana or the enlightenment means to purify one's own mind completely from all the evils, all negativities. Okay? Remember that. And enlightenment or Nibbana means to end all the suffering, no more suffering for that person. Okay? You remember that? Yes. And to understand the ultimate truth. So these things are the meanings of Nibbana, enlightenment. Can you repeat them? The first thing? The goal goal of Nibbana, enlightenment, what does it mean? They explain. To understand the truth, the reality, ultimate truth, right, about our life in the world, and to end all the suffering, no more suffering, and to purify what? Mind. To purify the mind completely, to the highest level. This is what we call the Nibbana. Okay? So that is the final goal. What is that word? Nibbana. The English word is enlightenment. Okay? Right. So I have this actually this lesson today for you. So this has something I already explained. You can pass this. Okay. So far we spoke about the Buddha, right? We spoke about the right? So far we spoke about the Buddha, his teaching, Dhamma. What is the Sangha? Sangha means the disciples of the Buddha, the followers of the Buddha, the monks and the nuns, like sadhus, and the lay people, like you all follow the Buddha, right? So all these people, the followers, are called the Sangha, right? The ordained Sangha and non-ordained Sangha. Ordained Sangha means the sadhus, monks and nuns. Non-ordained Sangha means like lay people, like you, living the family life, like that. It is Sangha. So Sangha, you can see like, the followers or disciples of the Buddha are known as Sangha, and they preserve the Dhamma in the world with the support of lay followers up to this time. After Buddha passed away, right? After Buddha passed away, if there were no monks, his teachings were gone. No one to teach the world, right? The monks, the disciples of the Buddha brought this message, these teachings up to this moment. They preserved it, they protected the teachings of the Buddha, after Buddha passed away. So this for your information, So Buddha was born in India, right? What full moon day Buddha was born? Vesak, full moon day. Vesak means which month? May. Yes, the month of May, right? We call it the Vesak full moon day. So Buddha was born as Prince Siddhartha, right? So, just to know a little bit about his life too, right? It's important. And he was known as Prince Siddhartha, right? And his father was King Suddhodana, mother was Queen Mahamaya. So he grew up as a prince. He was very smart, studies and all the necessary skills as a prince. So he got married to a beautiful wife called Yasodhara, and they had a little son called Rahula. Rahula, right? Yes, they had a baby called Rahula. So Prince Siddhartha left the palace when he was 29 in order to find a way to end all these suffering, these practical human problems, right? For the first time, he saw some scenes. What he saw? Do you remember?
An old man,
Old person,
a
yes.
sick person,
Sick person.
and a wealthy person. A dead person.
Dead body, right? People were carrying the dead body, crying and weeping. And a monk finally he saw a monk. For the first time he saw these things in his life, because his father, King Suddhodana, prevented all painful things from his life. Right? Because it was predicted in the beginning. What?
You will
Ah.
be the king.
He will be a great emperor, a great king, or a very spiritual teacher, master. So the king, father wanted to make him a king, not a spiritual leader. So therefore he thought, if he become unhappy because of seeing these pain, he will leave the palace and not become a king. So he prevented all these things from his life. But he couldn't stop that. When he was going to his royal park with his friend, he happened to see these things, like people crying, suffering from sickness and death. So he had so many questions when he saw for the first time. So he came to know that these things are very common to all of us. We all are going to get old, get sick, eventually die. So he thought, if it is the same condition for me, what is the point of living inside the palace all my life? I should find a way to end all these problems and support my family, my friends and all human beings. And thinking like that, he leave the palace in order to find a way. To find enlightenment. Okay? And he went to many teachers during that time, but he couldn't find that ultimate solution that he was trying to find. And finally he decided to leave all the teachers and practice himself, meditate on his own. And that happened on the Vesak Purnima day, sitting on the Bodhi tree at the Buddha Gaya fort in India, at that sacred place. Sitting under the Bodhi tree, he attained enlightenment, understanding that ultimate truth, the reality. And he confirmed for himself that he realized the Dhamma, the truth, and he completely became free from all the suffering. Okay? So he became a Buddha when he was 35. And after that, for 45 years, he was teaching what he realized to the world. And at the age of 80, he passed away. Right? So after he passed away, his disciples, the sadhus, many monks and nuns, were there, and they kept the teachings. There were no books, no computers, nothing. No books, nothing at that time, but they kept the teachings in memory. Right? They memorized all the teachings. You know, it is said that the Buddha's chief attendant, Venerable Ananda, he had a special skill. You know what? When Buddha spoke 60,000 words one time, that monk could memorize all 60,000 words. He was supernatural, having that skill. So he was so smart. So just like that, many monks and Buddha's disciples kept all the teachings what Buddha preached, what he taught to the world, to the gods and all. They kept in memory. And it was recorded only in Sri Lanka. At a certain point, they decided to record it. Because in time, these written languages, the spoken languages, characters were developed in time, right? So they decided to record it in books. That's how we have the teachings now. So the monks, they kept the teachings. So after Buddha passed away, about 236 years, the king Asoka was in India, right? King Asoka. He preserved the teaching of the Buddha by sending out the missionaries, many monks and nuns to neighboring countries. What kind of countries you think? Neighboring countries to India?
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, Nepal, okay.
How about China?
China, even China, Korea, Japan, even to the Middle East, many countries, Afghanistan, many countries, Indonesia, Thailand, Burma, these neighboring countries, the king Ashoka, the great emperor, he sent out many monks with the teachings. So his son was called Mahinda, Venerable Mahinda. He was an enlightened monk. And he sent him to the Sri Lanka with the teachings of the Buddha. Right? He's called Venerable Mahinda. So that is what we celebrate as Poson. This month actually, June full moon day is called the Poson. Poson full moon day is very significant for us because Venerable Mahinda came from India to Sri Lanka with the teachings on the Poson full moon day. You remember that? So therefore it's a very sacred day for us as Sri Lankans. Because of him we got Buddhism, Buddhist teachings, right? It's very important. That is what we celebrate as Poson. Poson full moon day. What is the name of that full moon day?
Poson.
Poson. In June, full moon day. And what do we celebrate in Vesak? What do we celebrate in Vesak full moon day? Yes?
About his the day that he prayed.
What?
The day before.
Yeah, Buddha's birth and enlightenment. The day he became enlightened also was Vesak full moon day, and
Yeah.
his death, his passing away. These three life events of the Buddha we celebrate on the Vesak full moon day. So the Poson full moon day is very significant for us. Why?
Because a lot of things happened with Buddha's life on that day.
Poson full moon day. I just explained.
3 things happened.
Huh?
3 big things happened on that day.
Vesak day we celebrate Buddha's these 3 life events.
Yeah.
Okay? But Poson full moon day, I say.
Oh.
The full moon day of June. What happened then?
That's when Sri Lanka learned Buddhism.
Yes, Venerable Mahinda, the son of King Ashoka from India, came to Sri Lanka with Buddhism, right? And introduced Buddhism to Sri Lanka. That is what we celebrate on Poson full moon day. So, from that day, actually we came to learn the Buddha's teachings. Before that, what was there in Sri Lanka? Did they have any teachings like that? No, they are very primitive people. Like, what do you call those people? Vedas, right? You know that? Vedas, right? Because they were not that much civilized in that sense, you know. But only when Venerable Mahinda came with Buddha's teachings, we learned all these good things, how to become very civilized people, right? How to be kind to even animals, not only human beings. How to respect our parents. How to live a good life. How to be well disciplined. And how to protect 5 precepts, very specially. So he taught all these things to us, right? So therefore, the human life began to evolve in a very meaningful way, very positive way. So the 5 precepts were the foundation for Buddhist life. What are the 5 precepts?
Don't kill, don't steal, don't have sexual conduct, don't lie, don't drink alcohol.
These are the 5 precepts. Very good. Right? You have to keep them in mind. Remember. You remember them now? Not to kill or harm any living being. Okay? Remember now. It's in the shade. You can see. Okay? With numbers, I undertake the precept to refrain from taking the life, killing of living beings. How do you say in Pali? Pānātipātā Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyāmi. Okay? That's how we say. The second, I undertake the precept to refrain from stealing, not to steal, not to take anything which is not given to you. Okay? That is the second precept. Alright? The third, not to misbehave. You should always behave very well. Wherever you are, whatever you do, you should behave very well. That is the third one. Kamesu. Can you say that in Pali? Kamesu vichachara samadhyami. The fourth one, I undertake the precept to refrain from false speech, lying. How do you say that in Pali? Usavada samadhyami. Right? Yes.
Wait, is it when you lie to save someone? Is that good? Is that noble?
Yeah, it is actually, they become bad, they become wrong with the intention, right? Intention is the important thing.
Wait, who's the bad guy?
What is that?
Who's the bad guy? Wait, what's bad about? What's bad about lying to save someone?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
no?
that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
good.
it saves someone, there's no harm to anyone, right? The same. That's
But
why I
they're
said the
lying.
intention. Our intention is the important thing, right? Yes. So that is important. So you should never lie, right? The fourth precept, you should never lie. You should discipline your speech always. It doesn't mean only lying, right? How do you correct your speech? How do you discipline your speech?
Don't say bad words.
Don't say bad words, rough words, right? Unpleasant words to anyone. It's bad, it's not nice. Don't talk to anyone in bad words, rough words, right? And what else?
Don't shout.
Don't shout, don't yell at anyone, right? It's not nice either. When you get angry, don't do that. It's not nice. And what kind of wrong speech there? What about slandering? Right? So what is slandering means? Yeah. Anyone know? So you talk to each other to split some friends. You know that? It's a bad thing. You hear something from someone and you go say that thing to someone else. In another way, he said like that about you. Something like that. So they get angry at each other. So you split these good friends. So it is also wrong speech, right? So that kind of discipline in the speech we should prevent the bad words, the wrong words. Okay? Instead, we should speak good words, nice words, truthful words, trustworthy words, right? Meaningful words, helping friends, unity, right? Not to split them, but to unite them always. Okay? That's the right speech. And what is the fifth precept? I undertake the precept to refrain from intoxicants, which lead to heedlessness. What is the Pali? Suramiraya. Ken what? Ken Suramiraya. Samadhyami. Okay, these are the 5 precepts. So you have to go through them, okay, in details. You can see it. And there's a little story too. The story of poor Sopa. You know that story? Just you to read it. Okay? So we learn these things, okay? So this is the foundation of a Buddhist life to undertake these 5 precepts, right? This is very important. So we learn these things today in the Dhamma school, right? So you should remember. So what kind of things you are supposed to remember now? What are the people here?
Buddha, Sangha.
Dhamma and Sangha. Very good. Okay. Triple jhana, right? Of course, Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. And you should remember 5 precepts, right? You should remember 5 precepts. Let's go through one by one. 5 precepts. No killing.
Don't lie.
Don't lie.
No stealing.
No stealing.
No
precepts.
No drinking.
No alcohol, no harmful drugs, no misbehaving. Right? These are the 5 precepts. Why we celebrate Vesak? What is the importance of Vesak? Vesak full moon day. He became a Buddha. He became enlightened. The Vesak full moon day. Why we celebrate Poson full moon day? Full moon day of June.
To celebrate the Buddhism that came to Sri Lanka.
Yes. Who brought Buddhism to Sri Lanka? Venerable Mahinda, the son of King Ashoka. Venerable Mahinda brought Buddhism to Sri Lanka on Poson full moon day. Right? Okay. So these kind of things you have to remember. Okay? So keep this sheet with you and read it, go through it. So now in brief, let's observe 5 precepts and do a very short guided meditation just for a couple of minutes. Okay? So say Namo Tassa 3 times to observe precepts. Nicely you have to sit. Okay? Just cross legs. Say Namo Tassa 3 times with palms together like this. Okay, say Namo Tassa 3 times.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Repeat after me. Okay, the simple meaning of this: taking refuge in the triple gem. Buddhan Saranam Gacchami, Dhamman Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami. I take refuge in the Buddha, refuge in the Dhamma, refuge in the Sangha. For the second time, for the third time. Okay? So repeat after me. Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dhamman Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami, Yampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Yampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Yampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Now we want undertake or observe 5 precepts. You can look at the sheet and repeat the 5 precepts. Okay? Repeat after me. Okay? Anatipata Virmani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Adinna Virmani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Kami Suvichachara Virmani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Musavada Virmani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Suramire Majjapama Dattana Virmani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Look at the paper. It's there. Number 5, right? Yeah.
Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Again.
Suramire Majjapama Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami.
Right. They have to learn properly, okay? So now you have it written 5 9 days, so you have to go through it. Observe the steps, okay? So now we will offer the puja items to the Buddha. Okay? We are going to offer the flowers under the same sense.
No.
Yes, repeating the gathas. Okay? And you know the gathas. Okay? But you can listen carefully with closed eyes. If you know, repeat with me. Okay? Say that with me, or otherwise you listen. Thinking that we offer these food items to the Buddha, candles, incense, and flowers. Okay? Okay, let's recite the gathas together. Okay? If you know, recite with me. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava araham samma sambuddho. Vijja charana sampanno sugato lokalitu. Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva. Buddho bhagavati swabdato bhagavata dhammo sanditthiko. Akaliko ehipassiko upanaiko. Paccatam veditabbo vinyuhiti. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Jupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Samici patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Yatidam chattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala esa bhagavato savaka sangho. Pahuneyo pahuneyo dakhineyo anjali karaniyo. Anuttaram punyakettam lokastati. And then we offer the puja items, right? What kind of puja items we offer? Flowers, candles, the light, and the incense, right? The Lord Buddha. If you remember the Gatha, recite with me, okay? Ganasarapanittena deepena tamadhansina tilokadipam sambuddham. Pujayami tamonudam gandha samvarayuttena dupena ansugandhina. Puja pujaniyam tam puja bhajanamuttamam. Vannagandha gunopetam metam kusuma santatim. Pujayami munindasya sripada saroduhe. Pujami buddham kusumena nena punyena metena chahotumuttam. Uppam milayati yatha idammi kayo tathayati vinasabhavam. Mina punya kammena mami bala samavyo. Satam samavyo hotu yavim bala bhaktiya. Okay? Now we are going to meditate for a short time. Okay? Because meditation is very important practice in this teaching. Okay? You can keep your hands like this. When you meditate, you keep your right arm on top of the left arm, like this. Okay? Right? And you sit upright. next breath, relax. Okay, relax without moving your body. Okay, you are not supposed to move your body. Sit nicely, very comfortable. Okay. Then we gently close our eyes. Now you can simply follow these simple instructions. Now gently close eyes. Now that you are seated. Take a few deep breaths, refreshing your body and mind. Mindfully, slowly. And feel the entire body with the mind. Feeling the entire body with the mind as you maintain this deep, still posture. Being very friendly to yourself, you may wish yourself and bless yourself, repeating like this in your mind. May I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. Living beings in the world. All human beings, all non-human beings, even animals, little insects, all living beings in the water, in the air, on the ground. Let your love go to all living beings, wishing them, may all living beings be well, happy, peaceful. Like to love yourself, simply loving thoughts to all living beings. All living beings who are suffering from pain, sickness, and hunger. All living beings who are in happiness and peace. Let your loving thoughts go over. All living beings be well, happy, peaceful, and peace. Now we take the deep breaths. Open your eyes. Have any questions to ask?
Are gods real?
Okay.
Are gods real?
The gods are there, according to the Buddhist teachings. The gods are, because Buddha spoke about different living beings, right? Not only human beings, animals, hungry ghosts. So the divine beings. The gods are the divine beings and angels. Even though we cannot see them, they are there. Buddha could see them, even enlightened monks and nuns, even people can see them sometimes. If they meditate up to high level, they can see them. So, only thing Buddha denied, the creative God, who created all these things. Otherwise, gods are there, divine beings, spirits are there. Okay? Anything else? can ask anything, any question. From what I explained, or if you have any question about Buddhism, anything. Yes. Please think of something. Because you don't get to solve it, right? To ask these things. Yes?
How long ago was the
The Buddha?
yeah, centuries?
Right. So Buddha was born actually in 6th BC, before Christ, right? Because 600 years before Jesus Christ. Okay. 6th BC before. Yes.
What year did Buddha die?
What year? So since not exactly year is counted, but so he passed away when he was 8 years old, but I don't know exact year for that. Right. So from now actually, Buddha lived like 2,500 nearly 60 years, 2,560. Yes.
How did he die?
He died as a normal human being. You know, he got old, like 80 years old. Then he died. Yes.
When are they gonna be like when are they gonna be like
When?
like
You can't even say that. The time and duration of Buddhas, you measure. Definitely there will be different Buddhas in the future after this Buddha, but can't say that time. Very long time. Yes.
No, I thought he ate like a poison mushroom.
He
And then
died
he
not
also-
because of that. He got sick because of that. But he didn't die because of that.
Didn't he get some stomach virus or something?
Yeah. Something like that. Yes.
Wait, other than Aerodactyl, have other people tried to assassinate Buddha? Because I think it was totally wrong, but he failed.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
No one else actually has recorded. If you don't have any questions, that will be all. So please go through this paper, okay? And look into the story and remember what you said. You have to worship God. You know how to worship. How you worship God. You go to worship God. How? Kneel down and that's how you do it. Yes. Very good. Very good. It's very good. Do what's that?
I got it. So, what's your opinion and the Buddha's opinion towards homosexual people? Because Catholics don't like that. What should the Buddhists do?
How old would the be if he was still here?
Maybe a million. That's really good.
Like 2,560 or something.
You can see that.
It's that idea. Buddhism is very open to that.
To them.
Because it's a human condition, right? As there's no control sometimes, right? Because of many conditions. So they can't just deny that, right? They have to accept their tendencies and it's the nature. You know, still they can live very good life. They open to each other and they bound to each other with proper loving kindness and understanding. They can live a good life. Still, that's okay.
It's okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. But wrong thing, like cheating each other, doing bad thing, wrong thing, harming anyone in the society, things like that. Yeah.
That's what they do. Harm people.
Yeah. Not
Well,
all,
and like not physically, just
not all,
but mentally they
not all, like, okay. Tapi yang dulu kan, dia dah ni dia like, mistakes,